So I recently put out a video talking about the Chimera and building 21 in Modern Warfare 2. I got just a little bit angry with the way they keep locking stuff behind certain walls. Play this mode, play that mode, buy this in our store, all that sort of stuff. But I have to give, it's so weird saying this, but I have to give them credit just because they haven't locked everything behind certain walls. It baffles me to even let that come out of my mouth. That really should not be the case in any video game. But they have done right with one thing they have released in this game. And just quickly, before we get any further into the video, if you could take 2 seconds to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video, I would greatly appreciate it. Check out all the links in the description if you want to support me further as a creator. If you want to see games other than shooting games, there is also a link in the description for the second channel. As I said, all support is greatly appreciated, and let's jump into this video. So this started off with the M13B. They locked it behind the DMZ. You have to go in there, you have to go through the radiated zone, take out the chemist, then exfil with the weapon. It was doable. Some people found it easier than others. It was frustrating, but I did manage to get it done solo. And I'm not including just dropping the weapon and letting someone else pick it up and exfil and getting the weapon that way. I'm talking about the challenges the developers have put in the game to get your hands on this stuff. So the M13B was exclusive to the DMZ. There was no other way to unlock that weapon. Then with Season 1 Reloaded, they released the Chimera and the Raid. With the Raid, you cannot play until you have an assignment. To get that assignment, you can do daily challenges, you can play Warzone and finish top 20, you can exfil from DMZ with the 4th chopper and 30 grand in cash. The daily challenges are across multiplayer and Spec Ops, but that's just to get into the raid. Granted, the assignment lasts a week, but I don't think they should be locking access to these modes. Then another thing popped up, and there was a Grassop skin for Gaz put in the store. Just buying the bundle from the store isn't enough, you have to complete the raid as well. Completing the raid on its own is not enough, you have to buy the bundle from the store as well. So they've locked something behind the challenge as well as a store bundle in one hit, and I don't agree with any of that. But then we have the Chimera. There are 2 challenges you can do to get your hands on this weapon. I've unlocked it, I've had a game with it, I think it's a great gun, I love the iron sights on it. The rate of fire is nutty, it's a fun gun to use. But if you're not playing multiplayer, because there is a multiplayer challenge for it, you go into 15 separate matches and get 2 kills with assault rifles in those 15 matches. It took me about 25 minutes or something like that to jump into shipment, get 2 kills, back out, and do that 15 times. It didn't take long, but it's time I feel that you shouldn't need to consume in order to get a gun that's released with a season. But the other challenge for it is the one that made me absolutely fucking, I went mental. It was a proper angry rant. I didn't enjoy it whatsoever, because you have to go into Building 21. You have to gain access to Building 21, you need to go in there, and you need to exfil with the Chimera. Now, Building 21 has multiple issues. For a start, you need to go into Al Mazrah and you need to get a keycard. The thing is, they'd never released Building 21 at the launch of the season. Building 21 is a limited time mode. When I say limited, I mean it's worse than anything else you've ever seen in a limited time event in a game. This lasted 1 day before they took the map offline. So it never come out at launch. You have to play the Al Mazrah map and find a keycard. But now the keycards aren't even available because it's limited time. You can't gain access to Building 21. But when they were available, the keycards, I jumped into DMZ and I was trying to farm the orange crates. You can get them from SAM sites and things like that. The supply drops, pointless. They don't open for me. The supply drops don't work in my game. But the orange crates, they come in big numbers on the train. So I gained access to the train, I jumped on and I was going through the orange crates and I have problems with the interface. It keeps kicking me out of the crates on there. The walls don't work properly, the AI can shoot through them and they aggro you really quick, even though they can't see you because you're inside a train carriage. But there were lots and lots of problems with the way to get the Chimera through DMZ. Because Building 21 has fucking Wilsons and stuff in it as well. And a lot of heavily armoured enemies. I wouldn't recommend going into Building 21 solo. But I have to give them credit, which is... It's baffling for me to even think of saying it like this, but I have to give them credit because you don't have to do the DMZ challenge. You can just do the multiplayer one. So I really shouldn't be doing that, because everyone should gain access to this weapon without having to do challenges. But at the same time, they haven't put a stupid lock on it. You can just do multiplayer, play whatever mode you want in multiplayer. Granted, you have to use an assault rifle, but they're very common weapons. All you've got to do is get 2 kills in 15 matches, and the Chimera is yours. It's the easiest of the releases so far. And I hope they don't bring any future weapons or modes or anything like that. I hope they don't bring them in where they lock them behind stupid shit, because I'm not for it. I've paid £100 for this game, I want to enjoy it, and I just don't enjoy this stupid stuff. If it all worked and there weren't issues, there wouldn't be a problem with it. It would just be the case of me not wanting to grind. But because the DMZ has all these issues with the crates not opening properly, supply drops don't work, AI can shoot through walls and shit, it's just annoying, it's frustrating. But you do not have to do DMZ, you don't need to purchase the weapon from the store. All you've got to do is 2 kills in 15 multiplayer matches, and the Chimera is yours. So I'm very happy that is the case. You only have to do one of the 2 available challenges. And let's just, fingers crossed for the future of the game, and we don't get any more stupid challenges to unlock stuff. But yes, I have my Chimera. I'm happy I've got it. I'm so glad I didn't have to do DMZ, because if it weren't one of the following, and you had to do both DMZ and multiplayer, I would never get my hands on it. I don't want people to drop the weapons for me. I appreciate the offer and everything, but I want to do challenges to unlock the weapons. I just don't want the challenges being stupid. I appreciate grinds in games. I mean, I've put nearly fucking 2,000 hours into the Division 2. I play games sometimes just for the grind because I enjoy it. There's been lots of games I've played for no reward and I put hours and hours into it. I don't want to do this sort of stuff. Not with the Call of Duty game. I haven't had to do this stuff in the past. In order to play zombies in Black Ops 1, I never had to go and get 50 kills in 10 matches in a row in multiplayer. There was never anything like that. In order to complete a zombies Easter egg in any Call of Duty game, you haven't had to go and get a nuke in 5 multiplayer matches. You haven't had to do this sort of stuff, so it's weird to see it for the first time. It's actually frustrating because the modes they try and force you into don't work properly. And it's just time consuming. My guess is that it's their way of trying to get players to stay on the game for whatever reason and keep them playing, but they don't understand that it's frustrating for this sort of shit. But as I said, I'm glad you're able to get it just from multiplayer. I've got my hands on it, I've tried it, it's a great gun. So if you are going for the Chimera, I strongly recommend go into a match of any mode in multiplayer with an assault rifle, get yourself 2 kills, back out, do that 15 times and the gun is yours. Now what I want you guys to do is let me know your thoughts about the Chimera, the grind behind it and everything like that in the comments. And what we're going to do is leave the video there. Check out this video if you want to see other content on the channel. I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.